Hello, my name is Jim Rotlisberger. I'm a regional manager here at Ritchie'sbros Auctioneers. Today we're going to talk about excavators and what to look for when doing an appraisal. As the name suggests, they are mainly used for excavation, but they can also be used for trenching, demolition, loading trucks, and other jobs through the use of various attachments. Excavators are generally defined by the style and function of the boom, which is determined by the type of work they do. Because the boom is the working end of the machine, much of the potential stress damage will be associated with how it is used and where. There are both wheeled and tracked versions of excavators, again depending on the type and location of the work being performed. When starting your appraisal, you should do a quick walk around the whole machine and get a good overall appearance of what the machine looks like before you start your appraisal. If an excavator is working in a hard rock quarry or in heavy frost, it'll show a lot more damage around the machine than if it was working in a farmer's field digging topsoil or digging in clay material. Your main photo should always be taken at a 45-degree angle from the front of the machine. Beginning at the front of the machine, attachments, boom, undercarriage, tires, engine, then continue to the back to the front, then move your way up to the cab. Be sure to examine the main frame, track frames, metal panels, fuel tank, and paint condition. What you're looking for are any major dents, cracks, chipping, missing doors, as well as any signs of welding. Also look for things like bent steps, missing lights, and other signs of obvious abuse. Check to see if it has a counterweight removal system, which adds to the unit's value. As you walk around, you also should make note of any leaks in the cylinders and final drives and any engine leaks under the machine. There's a wide range of configurations available. Straight booms, long reach, mainly used for work on embankments, V-boom, also known as a two-piece boom, VA boom or variable angle boom, VA swing-away boom, which offers both variable angle and ability to swing away from the housing. Swing-away booms, offset booms, the boom is located on the side of the machine. Regardless of boom configuration, you want to make sure you look at all joints and linkages to make sure there's no excessive play, make sure they've been greased, and look for any welds or structural damage that may indicate damage or poor maintenance. Fish plating is when you repair by welding the cracks and then welding another plate that extends beyond the repair area. This is especially important if the machine was used with a hydraulic hammer. You also notice chipping at the front of the machine if the hammer was used regularly. Be sure to inspect all pivot points, especially the one between the boom and the body. When looking at undercarriage, you want to look for some obvious signs of damage or wear. This excavator, we can see that the idlers are pulling out of the track frame. And we also look at this carrier roller and we can see it's got some flat spots, which indicates it could either have been seized up or frozen in place. This kind of leads us to believe this undercarriage is probably not in very good condition. Take a close look at the turntable and ring gear for any signs of deflection. Deflection is basically when the structure moves out of alignment as a result of too much stress. In addition to the turntable, also check out the roller frame, inspect for any cracks or signs of welding. Track pins and bushings, these get loose over time. The telltale sign of this is when you'll notice that the tracks are starting to sag. Carrier rollers, check the clearance between the bottom of the guide rollers and the top of the track pins. The higher up off the rails, the more life there is left in them. Track pads, front idlers, be sure there is enough room to extend forward on the track frame. Rear idlers, drive sprockets, make sure there's not excessive wear or leaks on the final drives and sprocket, and make sure the tips aren't worn to a thinner point. And bottom track rollers. In addition to the various grease points around the unit, you want to check all service doors. If the unit has catwalks, do a visual inspection and look for signs of damage as you check the service points. Typically, if it's been greased, it's been well maintained. When opening the service doors, you want to be checking and looking for any obvious leaks. You want to check the filters for the dates and look for any optional equipment that may be in there, such as a Pro Heat, which is highly valuable around here in the wintertime. When looking at an excavator bucket, there's a few things you want to look for. One is the cutting edge or the teeth. You want to look at the bottom of the bucket to see if there's any wear. There's a little bit of wear here, but nothing too major. You want to look at the sides of the bucket and the thickness of it. Is it thinner at the bottom or the top? Another thing you want to look for, whether it's quick change, and you also want to look for if there's any damage or any repairs that have been done in the machine, like this machine's been welded and repaired. And check to see if the unit is equipped with auxiliary hydraulics as well. In addition to the condition, determine whether or not the attachment will sell separately. Inside the operator station, make note of any cracked or missing windows. Also check the condition of the sheet metal around the cab for structural damage or rust. Also check to see that the air conditioner and heater are in good working order. Check the condition of the seat for any rips. Also inspect the floorboards and instrument panels for any cracks. Be sure to also photograph the serial number and model plate. engine emission decal, and the hour meter in the operating station. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your next appraisal.